the NHL players are going to the Olympics, and I'm sure you're like everyone else. You're excited for it. It's going to be fun. We'll be mocking up different lineups and teams between now and January when they make the official announcement and then before Game 1. But I think the overarching topic that will likely be coming here is whose team is it going to be? Like, is it still Sidney Crosby's team, or is this like in '98 where it was Lindros's team and there were other greats behind him? Like, is this McDavid's team or Sidney Crosby's team in your opinion?
I would still say it's Sidney Crosby. I think that Gretzky at the age, I think Crosby's 33, but I kind of consider him as maybe because of his nickname, Sid the Kid. He's not kind of that older guy. I think this would still be his team. He's going to probably say all the right things like, no, this is time for McDavid to shine. I don't think there's any question he's going to be the captain of the team, Hayes. And I know there's a lot of, you just talked about mock-ups, but I don't understand how you just don't put McDavid on left wing and McKinnon on right wing and Sid in the middle and just say, you guys just dominate this tournament and crush everyone. Because to me, that's what I want to see. Or some kind of mix of that, whether it's McDavid and McKinnon or I just think putting all three of them, they're probably going to go back to the Bergeron, Marchand, but just to see all those guys on the same ice, it's going to be awesome to talk about all year. Who's playing well? I'm sure there's going to be some good players that don't get off to good starts and don't make the team, but it's going to be a lot of fun for sure to see that team put together. And by the way, the USA team, for everyone that thinks that Canada is going to dummy anybody, just go ahead and start putting down on paper what the USA team looks like. Not even talking about other countries that are going to be participating, but that USA team is dangerous when you write it down on paper.
They're loaded.
Yeah, they are loaded, dude. They are loaded. Oh, but you're saying, like, instead of having the sort of murderer's row of centermen from Crosby, McDavid, McKinnon, Braden Point, I mean, Barzell's your fifth best center, and he's a hell of a player. You're saying take these centers and make them wingers, and how do you think they'd feel about that?
I don't know how they would feel about it, but the one thing you talk about is sometimes I think in a short tournament, which 2 weeks isn't that short, but it's tough to get chemistry going for everybody. So if you say that you want to flex your muscles as center ice as being a strength of the position, sometimes it's difficult to get everybody going on separate lines and getting a bunch of different lines going. And in a game, and I know Babcock did it by committee the last Olympics where it was like, we want to try to win 2-1. Everybody go out there and try to shut them down. But I don't know if John Cooper's going to do that. And sometimes to get guys going, and if you want a player like Connor McDavid, who is going to want to dominate the tournament, and he's probably really capable of doing it, he's the go-to guy. He's the spotlight centerman playing in all key positions. It's not like he's going to say, oh, I'm going up 3 lines from now. It's like this guy needs the ice time. He needs to play a lot. And I just like the idea of great players playing together. I mean, Lemieux and Gretzky playing in the Canada Cup together is a prime example where it's like, let's just put these guys together and watch the magic. So some type of combination like that I think would be awesome to watch. It's like if you put Gretz and Lemieux on different lines, it would be awesome. But to have them together, it just magnifies it that much more.
I'm with you. I think McDavid, McKinnon should absolutely be on the same line. And
absolutely.
Then, put them together and let every other team in the tournament absolutely faint when they come over the boards.
Seriously.
I don't know who else you put on that line. You can figure it out. You can determine who's going to play up the middle of the ice, McDavid or McKinnon, whichever way they're comfortable, because they're your two best players. And I see Sid playing kind of the role of Jonathan Taves in 14 as a guy who goes up against the opposing team's best players, whoever that happens to be. And he's probably with Bergeron, Marchand, and you play him into the ground as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing McDavid, McKinnon playing together and playing at a pace that we've never seen before. Like, it's just there's never been two guys on the same line that can play like them and play with their pace.
You saw Alex Pietrangelo in that outdoor game where he was like, oh, my God, McKinnon's coming down on me. He was mic'd up. Can you imagine an out-of-shape European defenseman with McKinnon and McDavid? I mean, their underpants would have scars on them to see that coming up.
I think China's in their group, aren't they?
Oh, my gosh.
Can you imagine a 2-on-1 McKinnon and McDavid?
If there's some defenseman that just is not that good at hockey and he's in the Olympics somehow, I think they would just skate right by them and just say, you're actually not on the ice.
Yeah, it'd be like a Mighty Ducks scene when they play a team that's gratuitous. Like, they have to play these guys.